pardon me, into game number 1 between Randolph-Macon and Shenandoah B. Randolph-Macon on the blue side, Shenandoah on the orange side. And it's Jax are better back on defense along with Gingy. Shenandoah looking to clear out their defensive end. It's Romeo. All through midfield, a little back and forth early on here now. It's going to be Randolph-Macon Randolph-Macon pressing up and having to drop back into defense now. Gino can't get the ball out of the defensive end. Big City Slams looking for the shot opportunity. Won't get it to go. Goop on the side wall. Gino through midfield. Nothing coming of that as it's Romeo for Shenandoah putting it back into Randolph-Macon's defensive end. Shot on frame, turned aside. Big City Slams with Big City saves. Coming up clutch. A ball through midfield. Jax are better, intercepts the ball, plays to the side wall, has Romeo there. Shenandoah looking to threaten. Nothing will come of it as Big City Slams looks to go the other way, right down the middle. Big saves, big goals. It's Big City Slams on the board for Randolph-Macon.
Yeah, not too many shots in this game through the first minute and a half, but Big City taking that one the distance, going from his own defensive corridor all the way to the offensive side into that final third with a very nice shot coming out. Randolph-Macon now in the lead, 1-0, 3:30 left in this game. Shenandoah, again, neither side really taking too many shots as of yet, so we'll see if they can answer in this one.
Big City Slams trying to be patient, looking to go near post. Jax are better is there. Scoop looking to fly towards midfield, can't get a shot off. Jax looking for the clearance. It's Big City Slams. Big City flying from above. 2-0 Randolph-Macon.
Yeah, good stuff there. Gingy setting up that initially, sending it to the corner. Then you see some good teamwork coming through as Jax also gets some action onto that ball, and in the end finds the goal. Randolph-Macon 2, Shenandoah 0, 3:12 left to go in this one. Again, very few shots across the board. Neither team finding a ton, but Randolph-Macon starting to find a few dropping and eventually finding those 2 goals as well.
3-minute mark, 2-0 for Randolph-Macon here in game 1. Best of 5 between both of these teams. Big City Slams towards midfield. Looking for another shot. Jax are better, turns it aside. Romeo with the clearance. Goop plays it into the corner. Gingy comes flying in. Big City Slams with the clearance, but Romeo will keep it back in. Shenandoah is starting to put that pressure on. Ball flying towards the goal. Looking to go top shelf. Gingy shot finds nothing but the elbow of the goal. Big City Slams looking to go near post. City Slams not stopping there. Back into the corner. Shenandoah looking to clear out their defensive ends. Gingy on the goal line. Couldn't get the clearance. Danger avoided. Jax are better with the clearance. Gino, the shot from the side, and it will go. Gino scoring for Randolph-Macon, and it's 3-0, 1:52 remaining.
Yeah, I had a feeling that one was coming. When Gingy pinned it up against that goal for as long as it was up there, it ended up allowing the team of Randolph-Macon to rotate all their people up into an aggressive state. Because of that, regardless of where the ball went, they were most likely going to get a car onto it. In the end, Gino finds the opportunity, finds the shot, and finds the goal. Randolph-Macon up 3-0, 1:45 left to go here in game 1.
And Scoop will put a 4 spot on the board for Randolph-Macon. Looks like a little trouble there on the goal line for Shenandoah. Couldn't keep that one out, and Randolph-Macon in control.
Yeah, not only that, but that was a really good teardrop shot coming out from RMC as well. Randolph-Macon getting that nice little shot from about midfield range, tickling its way down right between 2 players of Shenandoah B and finding the opportunity to add another score to the board. 4-0, 1:38 left in this one. Shenandoah B finding a very, very hard time finding answers here.
Big City Slams back on defense. And this is Randolph-Macon's first appearance here in the Mid-Atlantic Esports Conference. so far, you have to be pretty happy with what you've seen from this team. Gingy into the corner. Shenandoah struggling to get anything going on offense. Shot back post won't go. The follow-up too high from Romeo. Gingy off the back wall. A big save from Gino will keep that one away from the goal. 50 seconds to go. Gingy with another big save. Shenandoah not a lot of time left on the board. Gingy's shot will go. And at least it won't be a shutout. That's something they can build upon. Shenandoah on the board. 4-1, 44 seconds to go.
Gingy finding the save, Gingy finding the clearance, then eventually dribbling it down that side wall and finding a shot opportunity as well. Shenandoah cuts the lead, still down by 3, 44 seconds left in this one. Again, there's time on the clock for Shenandoah to find the answer. It's going to be a tough answer to find, but this is at least some momentum they can carry over into game 2 as well.
.30 seconds to go. Up by 3, Randolph-Macon looking to take game 1. Gino with the clearance. Gingy will play it back into the defensive corner for Shenandoah. Gino shot back post, big save from Gingy. Looking for the clearance and the breakout going the other way. Gino able to backtrack in time. 10 seconds to go. Randolph-Macon just looking to get that ball on the ground to get game 1 over with. And we'll touch down there. 4-1 your score, game 1. Randolph-Macon picking up the game 1 win, and Randolph-Macon really coming out strong here again, not knowing what this team was going to be able to bring, not being able to play in week 1. A very impressive performance going up against a Shenandoah team that played very well against George Washington last week.
Yeah, absolutely. Shenandoah looked like a good team last week, but now you have Randolph-Macon coming out here, making their debut here in the MAEC. And overall, a pretty strong debut at that, at least if we go off game 1, finding the opportunities, finding those shots. And in the end, big city goals coming out as well as Randolph-Macon does take that game 1 victory. Still a long series to be played. Shenandoah could find their footing here, or I guess, do we call it footing with cars? I guess it could go either way. We'll see how they end up coming out here in game 2, what adjustments they end up making as well. But for now, Randolph-Macon looking very hot heading into game 2.
They got to find that traction, that tire traction, or the groove.
That's what I'm going for.
I'm not a car person. I really don't. I'm sorry here. But yeah, I mean, it's going to be very interesting to see how Shenandoah bounces back here in game number 2. We'll see if Randolph-Macon is going to be able to hold on to what they've built upon here in game 1. That momentum swing going in their favor heavily there in game 1. A very impressive performance. So we'll go ahead and throw it over into game number 2. Here between Randolph-Macon and Shenandoah B. This best of 5 advantage on Randolph-Macon with the game 1 win. And right off the face-off, that might have been one of those weird fluke goals here, but Shenandoah striking first.
Yeah, it looks like just a slight misplay there from the side of Randolph-Macon, allowing that shot from Jax Better to get on the, really get on goal, and then eventually on the board. Shenandoah up by 1 just 2 seconds into game 2.
Randolph-Macon playing from behind for the first time in this series. Gingy with that pinch on the side wall. Back post won't go. Jax Better is there in the corner. The follow-up misses right down the middle of the field. Cannot connect. Gingy with the save. Now Jax Better with the clearance. Big city slams. Back on defense, perfect position, gets it over Gingy. No, Gingy able to nose up on the ball just enough. Not out of danger yet. Ball rolling all the way back and in. It's big city slams, scoring big for Randolph-Macon.
Yeah, big stuff here. RMC Scoops putting that one right in the path of Slams. Slams able to find the shot. A slow trickle there, not a super fast shot, but in the end enough to put it over the line. 1-1 now. Shenandoah ties things back up. Or Randolph-Macon, rather. 4:18 left to go here in game 2.
All tied, 1 apiece. Randolph-Macon responding quick with now 2 goals back-to-back, just seconds apart. Randolph-Macon is up now 2-1, courtesy of Gino.
Oop, there it is, right off the top crossbar, John, right in the path of Gino. Gino puts it away, 2-1, Randolph-Macon in that lead. Now we finally have some action. We're getting shots all the way across. It was a slow game for shots in game 1. Here in game 2, plenty coming out. 3 goals already on the board, just a minute in.
4 minutes left here in game 2. After a little start at the beginning of the game, giving Shenandoah the first goal. Been all Randolph-Macon ever since. Gino clears out the defensive end for Randolph-Macon. Now it's Romeo for Shenandoah coming in midfield, can't connect. Now looks to play it off the ceiling. Back post won't go. Would have been a beautiful play off the ceiling if they were able to find the back of the net. Now it's Gino looking to go away. Flips over one defender. Can't beat Romeo. Keeps it out, still 2-1. Gino plays it back into Shenandoah's defensive end. Still going on the attack. Big City slams. Big City explosion. Big City slams gets taken out. Now ball looking to go the other way in the defensive end for Randolph-Macon. Shenandoah looking to tie this one up. It's Romeo. Back post. A big save from Big City Slams flying in out of nowhere. And the follow-up save from Scoop on Gingy's shot. Shenandoah is trying to put the heat on, and Randolph-Macon is stepping up.
Yeah, Shenandoah, Romeo in particular, is really doing some good stuff, finding some great save opportunities, finding some assists, and then finding these crazy shots. Unfortunately, none of them falling as of yet, but Romeo really starting to start that spark for Shenandoah.
Through midfield. Big City Slams plays it in. Romeo gets demoed. No one stops Big City Slams. Scoop back through midfield. Now back in the defensive end for Randolph-Macon. Romeo with the shot, back post and in. All even at 2:10. Shenandoah and Randolph-Macon tied at 2.
I hope Juliet tuned in for game 2 because Romeo is on fire, finding those saves, finding those shots. Unfortunately, some of them falling just shy of going in, but this one does, and it ties things up. 2-2, 2:10 left to go here in game 2.
With the save off the restart. Jacks are better pressuring. That's Gingy going back post. Big City Slams with the save. Goop clears it out. Midfield is Romeo. Gino with just enough boost to challenge. That is about it. Ball being played back in. Big City Slams places it into the corner. Now looking for the clearance through midfield. Gets it over one defender. Floats around off the back. All into the corner.
Lots of shots, lots of saves coming out here. This ball continuing to bounce around in the final third, and it finally goes in, John. Big City Slams getting it done once again, breaking that tiebreaker, really, and giving the lead over to Randolph-Macon. Now finds themselves up 3-2, 1:18 left to go in this one. Back and forth, back and forth. So many shots coming in, but Randolph-Macon turning it up in these final couple minutes, continuing to pour those shots on Shenandoah. While the saves are coming through, in the end, some do make their way through. Big City Slams finding a number of them.
Just over a minute to go. Randolph-Macon holding on to the 1-goal lead. Under 60 seconds. Gino for Randolph-Macon trying to put the pressure on. Big City Slams back into the corner. Gino with the clearance through midfield. Shenandoah has to backtrack. Try to flip it up and over. Couldn't get it past Gingy. Staying true on the goal line. Gets credit for the save. Shenandoah B still down by 1. Now on the side wall. Jacks are better. Plays it around. Gino, 20 seconds left for Randolph-Macon through midfield. Can't get it to go. The pressure still coming on from Shenandoah. Now Scoop with the clearance. Might find the back of the goal. No, Jacks are better with the big save. Big City Slams plays it back in. Gino back post won't go. 1 second to go. As long as the ball does not touch the ground, the game is still alive. And they have a chance. Looking to go the other way, and they will force the ball to the ground. Randolph-Macon letting it go down to the wire, but instead they will hold on to the 1-goal win and take game 2 and take the series lead to 2-0.
Yeah, I got a little chancy at the end there. Randolph-Macon had a chance to shut it down in the corner, instead allowed it to get out, allowed it to be played out for a couple more seconds after the clock expired. In the end, it doesn't hurt them as they do pick up that second game win. Heading into game 3, the 2-0 lead is a great spot to be in, especially for a debut for Randolph-Macon.
Absolutely. We'll see if Shenandoah will be able to do what George Washington did to them last week, and that is pull off the reverse sweep. We will find out here going into game 3. It is a must-win game for Shenandoah, and Randolph-Macon on the other end looking to close out in their first series here at the Mid-Atlantic Esports Conference, their first win of the season. Game 3 coming up now in just a few moments. See if Randolph-Macon has what it takes to close out the series against Shenandoah. We'll see if Shenandoah has that comeback mentality to force possibly a game 5, but it has to start one game at a time. It has to start here with game 3.
Absolutely. Now or never. Randolph-Macon up against set point here potentially, but things are going to get started with Randolph-Macon anyway, as Big City Slam says, hey, Shenandoah, if you want to come back, if you want to take us to a game 4, you're going to have a tough time doing it, as Gino sets up a beautiful shot for Big City, putting it in for that first goal of game 3 just 20 seconds in.
Striking early for Randolph-Macon. No fluky goal here off the face-off. Well earned for Randolph-Macon, holding on to the lead 1-0. For the 30-second mark here, Gino with the save. Jacks are better with the shot opportunity for Shenandoah. Won't get it to go. Gino now through midfield, going aerial, plays it over 2 defenders, but not on frame. The follow from Scoop won't go. Big City Slams trying to be patient, looking near post. Ball gets pushed back to the side. Scoop plays it back in. Centering opportunity, Gigi with the save. Gino backtracking onto defense. All 3 players for Randolph-Macon pushed up. They have to get back quick. Big City Slams, Gingy winning that challenge, and Scoop getting the save.
Yeah, heading into game 3, John, it looks like Randolph-Macon is turning things up, turning that heat up, continuing to get more shots off here than they did in game 1 and game 2. They're pulling players up a little bit quicker than they're used to pace-wise in game 1 and game 2 as well. In doing that, though, they open themselves up to more counterattacking opportunities, as we see Shenandoah continuing to push it back into that final third and find shot opportunities like that one as Romeo puts it away to tie the scoreboard up. 1-1, 3:36 left to go here in game 3.
All tied. Shenandoah responding quickly after going down to Randolph-Macon, finding that goal to tie it up. 3:36 to go, still anyone's game. Shenandoah, it's still a must-win. Game 3 for them. Gino on the side wall. Jacks are better through midfield. Has a chance, not on frame, plays off to the side. The follow-up off the crossbar. Jacks are better there, can't get it to go. Goop with the save. Randolph-Macon clearing out of their defensive end. Gino on target, will be pushed aside by Romeo. Goop now back into the corner. The shot from distance won't go. Romeo turns it aside. All played into the corners. Gingy there. Can't clear the defensive end out. Approaching the halfway mark here of game 3. Still all even. The shot on frame. And it's Big City Slams giving the lead back to Randolph-Macon. 2:46 remaining.
Look at this window open up. Romeo tossing it off the wall. Gingy not able to get there in time to clear it out. And in the end, Big City finding his hood onto the end of that ball and finding a goal to go with it. 2-1, 2:46 left in this one. Randolph-Macon back in the lead.
Big save onto Romeo. Follow-up, Shenandoah trying to put pressure to tie this one back up. Now we hit the halfway mark here in game 3. Randolph-Macon looking to close the series out. Gingy gets the save. Big City Slams looking to add more onto that 1-goal lead. Doesn't feel comfortable just being up by 1. Jacks are better, tries to play it down to Gingy, finds Gingy in the corner. The centering chance won't go. Plays it back out towards midfield. Gino is there for Randolph-Macon, clears it out, looks to go on the attack, go in the other direction. Back to the far wall, Big City Slams, plays it back in, centering chance, intercepted by Romeo. Goop will play it back. Just under 2 minutes to go. Gino back through midfield, looking for Big City Slams, a centering chance. Gino, a beautiful bang-bang play, gives Randolph-Macon the 3-1 lead with 1:44 remaining.
Gino popping that into the corner. Big City Slam not even letting it get to the wall. A little tail flip, a little tail wag out there, right back to Gino, finding the beautiful shot onto that goal right in front of the frame. 3-1, 1:44 left to go here in Game 3. Randolph-Macon looking in a good position to close this one out, 3-0. But at the same point, there's still time on the clock. Shenandoah not done yet. They do have 1 goal in this one and still plenty of time to find 2 more to equalize.
1:30 to go, down by 2 for Shenandoah. Like Joey said, still plenty of time left to try to find a way back into Game 3. Finding a way back in is one thing, but they need to find a way to win to extend this series. Now Demo's coming out all over the place. Romeo with the save. Shenandoah is starting to turn up the heat on Randolph-Macon. Jacks are better. The centering chance. Gingy off the post. Just inches away from pulling it back within 1. Big City Slams with the save and the clearance. Gingy has to drop all the way back, under 60 seconds to go.
That would have been a huge play there, John. Gingy could have easily pulled them within 1 goal. Just a slightly better angle, and in the end, it goes the distance. It goes all the way back, and unfortunately for Shenandoah, it's not them finding the goal, John, but Randolph-Macon doing it in the end. A nice attempt at clearing it out by Romeo, but in the end, Big City Slams finding his hood onto that ball again. 4-1, 40 seconds left, and Shenandoah now down by 3, and a very big mountain to climb here in the final minute.
40 seconds to go. Shenandoah looking like that comeback might not happen, at least this week. Romeo plays it back in, 30 seconds to go, drops down, chance here, Jacks are better. Big bounce from that ball, really unlucky. Too strong of a bounce, would not have given Shenandoah the goal. Still down by 3, 15 to go. Time not on their side, and Shenandoah just won't have enough. Try to find a way back in this series. Demos coming out all over the place. 4-1. It's going to be your final score once the ball hits the ground, and Randolph-Macon making their debut.